chaos to Providence. The rifts they have created will return everything to nothingness. We seek to correct this.
I have my own mission, seeking out my Greyling comrades.
What I can tell you now is that this mission will restore the disrupted Providence.
Now, 25 years later, are you ready to rock the city once more? The action kicks off with 22 characters, a mix of 17 familiar faces and new blood, plus 5 DLC fighters and Season Pass 1. Introducing the Rev System, a special offensive toolset you can use from the moment the battle begins. Fight at full throttle and supercharge the excitement.
We beckon the fire spring with our own hands!
Something he said. You don't know a goddamn thing about Lou.
All right, Sam.
As number 1, we have Ghost of Yotei, which is the follow-up to Ghost of Tsushima. Not a direct sequel, but it is the newest entry, I guess you could say, in the series now, considering this would be the second installment. This takes place a couple hundred years after the events of Tsushima. We can sort of speculate that a new Ghost has taken up the banter with this lead female protagonist that we have starring in Yotei. It's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. It seems like she's some kind of vagabond, but more is to be determined. It is looking like a 2025 release. We haven't heard much from Sucker Punch or Sony, but I'm thinking maybe late, possibly mid 2025. Same as Tsushima, which I believe came out in July of 2020. But I'm really looking forward to this one. Easily my most anticipated game of this year, unless somehow Final Fantasy IX Remake comes out. But definitely number 1, we have to give it to Ghost of Yotei. Let me know if you guys are playing this one down in the comments below. Number 2 here, we have some beloved JRPGs that are coming back from Konami nonetheless. Games that I thought I would not see ever be re-released. If you don't know, they're incredibly expensive if you want to buy them, specifically 2, but that would be Suikoden 1 and Suikoden 2 Remastered. And these are just like generic remasters. I think Konami actually put some effort into these, and it looks sort of akin to what Square Enix has done with their HD 2D style. You can definitely tell that there's a little more polish and flair to these. And I believe you can also play with the original default PlayStation 1 graphical settings, which is awesome. These are some amazing, genre-defining, staple JRPGs that I am so excited to play. I am a sucker for JRPGs in general, and when it comes to the golden age of JRPGs, in my personal opinion, which I think is the early to late PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2 days, I feel like we had some of the best JRPGs that ever got released. And these two are finally going to be re-released on modern platforms, and I'm so excited to get my hands on these and finally get to play them. Coming in at number 3, this was announced at a State of Play, I believe, or PlayStation Showcase. I believe it was a State of Play. Lunar Remastered Collection. I absolutely adore the first Lunar game. It is a JRPG that I have so much nostalgia for, and I specifically remember playing, I want to say there was a port of one of the Lunar games to the GBA that I played in. I believe Ubisoft published it, of all publishers. And the PSP version as well. This is just such a great, like, comfort food JRPG for me. I'm so excited that these JRPGs just get more exposure. They can come back into the limelight for a little bit. We can give these publishers and these developers the opportunity to say, hey, we still like this. So I love that these are still going to be readily available. People can purchase them. And not only that, it's like preservation, that, you know, that we have these games back again on modern platforms in a physical way or digital way. They're still preserved for us to play. So I'm very excited to get my hands on the Lunar Remastered Collection and play both of these. So yes, that is number 3 on my list. Number 4, we have a game that I've already made a video on, and it's finally gotten its release window. That is Lost Soul Aside. I remember watching the first trailer of this from Bing Yang almost 9 years ago and thinking to myself, this game looks incredible. I cannot wait to play it. Then I found out that only Bing Yang is working on this game. So not really sure when it was going to come out, but I kept my eye on it, and I always kept coming back to that trailer thinking just how awesome this game looks. Then Sony came in and swooped it up with the China Hero project. We've seen more gameplay and trailers as the years have gone on, but we have finally gotten a release window, and that is going to be this year. This game definitely has the style and the aesthetic of Final Fantasy kind of mixed with DMC, which is right up my alley for a good action RPG. I'm really looking forward to this. I cannot wait to finally play this game. This is man, it's been a long time waiting for this game, and I'm so happy that it's finally coming out this year. So at number 4, none other than Lost Soul Aside. To wrap things up, at number 5, we have Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. I am so hyped on this. Not only am I a huge fan of the Yakuza / Like a Dragon series, this studio has been crushing it with keeping momentum on releases. Not only that, they're also working on Project Sentry, which is a new IP for them. They're working on a new Virtua game. I believe they also have been doing the Super Monkey Ball games. So shout out to RGG Studio for absolutely crushing it with keeping up the momentum of releases, and fantastic releases. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth was one of the best in the series, if not the best in the series. And this game looks phenomenal for I guess you could say it's a spin-off. For a spin-off, it looks great. Combat looks super fast and fluid. Aerial combat looks great. They just did a direct for this, a 15-minute presentation on this game, and it looks incredible. The gameplay mechanics for how ship battles work, the just regular core melee, it baffles me what this studio has been pulling off, and I am very excited to get my hands on this early this year in February. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.